It's Big East Championship basketball. Today's quarterfinal game features the Panthers of the University of Pittsburgh versus the 21st-ranked Pirates of Seton Hall. Big East basketball is brought to you by U.S. Air with nearly 3,000 daily departures to over 170 cities. By Buick and your Buick dealers. Buick, the new symbol for quality in America. And by Budget Rent-A-Car. For a rental that's loaded with extras at a price that isn't, the smart money is on budget.
Big East basketball is brought to you by Las Vegas, always on the money. By Infiniti, who invite you to test drive their full line of performance luxury automobiles. And by the Mutual Life Insurance Company of New York. Mutual of New York, money for life.
Big East Conference basketball tournament, and what a day we have in store for you. Our brackets begin with game number 1, Pitt and Seton Hall, our opening quarterfinal. Then it'll be Villanova and Syracuse this afternoon. Tonight, St. John's and Providence, followed by UConn and Georgetown. A very pleasant good afternoon and welcome to New York. I'm John Sanders along with Ron Perry. Let's talk first of all in our first game about Pitt. The Panthers, a veteran team. Many expected them to win the conference. However, they have not, despite the fact that they do have a lot of veteran players.
Well, they'll be counting heavily in the middle today on Brian Shorter to get the job done. And, of course, from the outside, Sean Miller, who quarterbacks the team for Paul Evans. Brian Shorter, second team All Big East this year, is really counted on heavily to rebound, along with Bobby Martin inside, and score some big baskets in the paint. Pitt loves to go down low, but when they're not doing that, they have a very good perimeter game, led by Sean Miller and Jason Matthews from the outside land. And Sean Miller loves to take the three, actually prefers it over the two, often getting those results. And he quarterbacks the team, and he'll have to be good with the ball today.
And Brian Shorter loves to play against Seton Hall. However, he does have strep throat. Sean Miller, as Ron said, most of his shooting is coming from outside the arc. And if the veteran Pitt team maybe is a bit of a disappointment this year in the conference, then certainly Seton Hall has to be the surprise.
Well, they've done a great job, and they've blended very well, particularly late in the year. Anthony Avent will be critical inside today, and Terry DeHare has been Mr. Consistency shooting the basketball all year. Avent, second team All Big East, and Terry DeHare, first team Big East this year. And inside in this game, Anthony Avent will have to rebound very well for Seton Hall to have a good chance to beat Pitt, and he can also score. He's a fine shooter inside in the paint area. And Terry DeHare, again, we talk about the outside threat. He can light it up, but strong enough and tall enough at 6'3" to penetrate to the goal. He's just a fine scorer for Seton Hall.
And a lot of the offense for P.J. Carlesimo's Pirates comes from Avent and DeHare, and I'm sure it will again this afternoon. Quickly, Ronnie, a couple keys to the game.
Pitt, they've got to, which team will show up for Pitt? They're a veteran team. Let's look at the intensity level early to see if they can get the inside-out scoring going. And for Seton Hall, a couple of defensive keys. They must box out and extend the defense and take away the three-point shot.
You have met some of the principals. We'll be back to introduce the rest of our cast of characters for the opening game of the 1991 Big East Conference basketball tournament. It's Pitt and Seton Hall from the Garden after this from your local station.
On the road, the Infiniti Q45 becomes a living, breathing thing. You feel it work the wind and seize the road. Feel the embrace of leather and luxury. The rarity of a 278 horsepower V8 engine that was born to run. And begin to understand why Road and Track has named it one of the 10 best cars in the world.
Decades before women fought for their role in the workplace or their right to vote, Mutual of New York sold the nation's first life insurance policy to a woman. It's that kind of innovative thinking that's provided 146 years of uninterrupted dividends for the present and annuities and pensions for the future of a new generation of mothers, daughters, and sisters, and their fathers, sons, and brothers.
Mutual of New York. Money for life.
It's time to get a cellular phone, but where do you go when everybody wants to sell you one? Hardware stores, discount stores, car stereo stores. It's a cellular jungle out there. Better come to a 9X Cellular Center. Our professionals will set you straight. with answers on cellular communications and our selection of quality portable and installed phones. The reassuring fact is, for mobile communications, the answer is 9X.
Your post office delivery truck is also a pickup truck because Express Mail has pickup service. Call us and we'll pick up as many packages as you have, all for one low price of $4.50. You're guaranteed next morning delivery with Express Mail service at our low cost of just $9.95. So call 1-800-333-8777 and we'll be over to pick up your overnight packages for you.
We're your postal service. We deliver for you.
This weekend, all roads and maybe a few bridges as well lead to New York City in the 1991 Big East Conference basketball tournament. We're set with quarterfinal game number 1, and we're set to meet the starters. For the Panthers and the Pirates, public address announcer at the Garden is Mike Walczewski.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. Today, it's the quarterfinals of the 1991 Big East Conference Championship. Today's first game features the Panthers of Pittsburgh and the Pirates of Seton Hall. Here are the starting lineups for the Panthers of Pittsburgh. At forward, number 00, Brian Shorter. Seton Hall, number 22, Gordon Winchester. And forward for Pittsburgh, number 21, Anton Jones. And then forward for the Pirates, number 55, Arturas Karnisovas. And center for the Panthers, number 55, Bobby Martin. And at center for Seton Hall, number 32, Anthony Avent. At guard for the Panthers, number 3, Sean Miller. And at guard for the Pirates, number 20, Oliver Taylor. At guard for Pittsburgh, number 22, Jason Matthews. And at guard for the Pirates, number 24, Terry DeHare.
We are set to go. The two coaches matched up. Paul Evans completing his third 20-victory season at Pitt. This is year number 5 for him. And what a great story on the other bench. P.J. Carlissimo has done a tremendous job at Seton Hall. 138-136 coming in, quarterfinal game number 1. We'll be back with the opening tip from Madison Square Garden after this from your local station.
Always exciting, always something new. Always an adventure, always something to do. Always entertaining, always something to see. Always on the money, Las Vegas, always on the money.
We're back at Toyota's Big League Sales event. Bases loaded with the league leader in saves, Tercel.
Batting cleanup, your Toyota dealer. In good shape with the best buy like Tercel.
He's headed to first with a big deal on America's lowest price 2-door sedan.
Deal. Second, same great deal, $65.88.
Deal.
Thanks. And with the all-new 4-door third, deal.
He's really stretching one out.
It's out of here. They're all out of here.
Clean up now at your Toyota dealer. We're really playing ball.
Here's the way they matched up in the regular season. They split, each team winning at home. The Pirates shot the ball better. Both teams are great at the foul line, and definitely the Panthers won it up in the 80s.
That's right, and Pitt rebounding very well in the previous games, and Pitt shot that 3 extremely well. Looks like we could have an up-tempo basketball game.
Pitt won at home 86-80. Seton Hall won at home 83-73. We're at Madison Square Garden, New York City. Larry Limbo, the referee, tosses it, and we're underway as Sean Miller controls. Tom Corbin and Mickey Crowley are the other officials in game number 1. Anquan Jones, who starts. Darrell Porter will play a lot. They get the ball down low to Martin's turnaround jumper, good.
The Hall in tight man-to-man. Pitt loves to go down low early in the game.
The Panthers are applying a little bit of pressure as they tried to trap at half court. Winchester will take it inside and lay it home.
Gordon Winchester had stubbed the toes of his foot prior to the BC game. Last game didn't play. Looked good on that move.
Here is Miller. He has certainly opened up his game offensively. What we're seeing from Sean, including the three-point shot, as they go low again, shorter, pump fake, up, bending, off, tipped up once. Martin tried to save it. It's out of bounds, and Seton Hall will have it. Started to say about Miller, what we're seeing from him is more penetrating and driving than he was doing before.
Well, that just opens up his shooting. They have to respect it, the defenders. Then he's open for the penetration and the dish.
And Pitt with a little press to begin the ballgame. They try to trap at half court, a la UConn, and Shorter almost coming up with the steal. Talked to Brian before the ballgame. He said, yeah, I've got strep throat, but I'm fine. I'm going to play. Well, he's had the injury bug almost all year, hasn't he?
He has. The very serious viral infection early in the year. He had Pitt very worried, came on strong, and now got to fight off the flu bug for tournament time.
It is his final Big East tournament. DeHare against Miller. Stolen away by Brian Shorter. Pitt is the visiting team in their blue uniforms. Seton Hall, the higher seed, seeded number 4. Martin, turn around. He'll go to the line. Karnisovas picks up the game's first foul. There were actually, Ronnie, 3 teams tied for second in the conference at 9 and 7, and Paul Evans' club wound up seeded number 5.
Well, Pitt is getting the high-low going early. This time, Brian Shorter able to see over the D, getting it to his counterpart, Bobby Martin. Clearly, Paul Evans going to the trenches early.
Martin, a 60% foul shooter. He, of course, had finger surgery that put him out for several ball games.
Talking to Paul Evans this year, he couldn't remember late in the year a game where Bobby Martin and Brian Shorter really had strong games together. It'd be awfully tough to stop if they both play well today.
Very disappointing finish for Paul Evans and his seniors on senior night on Saturday as they lost to UConn. They only lost 2 games in Fitzgerald Fieldhouse in 2 years. The trap works as Pitt comes up with the turnover. Knocked away, and again, Shorter gets it back. Both of those losses in Fitzgerald Fieldhouse to the same team, the Huskies of UConn.
Well, that's why we wondered which team would show up, and Pitt very aggressive early in this one.
Martin goes baseline, misses the jumper off Winchester, but touched last by Martin, says Larry Limbo. So Seton Hall will have it with 18:21 remaining. We've just begun the first of our 4 quarterfinal games. DJ Carlesimo will be the head coach of the U.S. team in the World University Games this summer. A veteran of international coaching, and right in front of our broadcast position, it's Taylor banging Shorter a bit. Oliver Taylor has stepped up big of late for Seton Hall.
Pitt in the man-to-man. The pressure has bothered the Hall so far.
Karnisovas on a drive. Count the basket and charge him with his second foul.
Mickey Crowley ruling here that Karnisovas releases the ball before contact. Yes, good call. He lets it go. Then the contact in the offensive foul by Karnisovas. Count the goal.
We're tied at 4. Jerry Walker on the all-rookie team checks in. Walker, a sophomore, sat out last year as a Prop 48 player, but he has had a strong rookie season. Sean Miller against Oliver Taylor. Miller spins at the foul line. Matthews' first 3 of the game won't go. Walker with a rebound. He averages 6 a game. Winchester to the baseline. Out of bounds. Stepped on the baseline and turns it over to Pitt. 17:37 remaining in the opening half.
Both teams playing tough man-to-man defense so far.
We've got a hold on Gordon Winchester. So all 3 fouls in the game so far have gone against the Hall.
Another important feature of this game is which team can take better care of the basketball, because both teams are extending the pressure full court now.
Seton Hall has always plays good team defense. They hold their numbers, their opponents' percentage numbers down. Here comes Jones going to the glass and good.
a nice controlled move by Antoine Jones. He got himself under control for the basket.
Doesn't shoot much from outside. He will penetrate. They skip it to DeHare. He's got a three underway. It's no good off the heel. And bodying for position, we've got maybe another foul on Winchester.
The incident foul is charged to Brian Shorter.
Check it, it's on Brian Shorter. So it is Brian Shorter who's battling inside with Winchester, picking up the foul for pushing off. The first foul on Pitt. Quick pass to Walker, blew the layup.
Oh, that's a breakdown in the zone by Pitt. Walker can't cash in, though.
Martin just inside the three-point line. Bobby Martin has 6 early points to lead the way. He's done all the scoring, or the bulk of the scoring for Pitt. Jones has the other basket.
You know, he's confident when he pulls up and nails the 17-footer.
He's not afraid to shoot three-pointers. Although he's only tried one in conference play, he did make it. On the way in, the hold. Pitt has opened up a quick 4-point lead, and that's foul number 2 now on Brian Shorter. Big East Conference, 6 fouls, but you can't afford to get those big guys in foul trouble early.
Game that's being called fairly closely early. The players have to adjust.
Winchester will hand to Terry DeHare. He played almost 4 minutes of this one. Taylor running the offense now. Taylor, who played in junior college down in Florida before coming to Seton Hall.
Hitting the 2-3 zone. The open jump shot may present itself.
DeHare rattles but won't go. Jones starts the break to Miller. He pulls up and finds Shorter, who's out on the perimeter and will now move inside. Matthews to the baseline. Gives it up to Jones, and they reset with Miller. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Pitt leading by 4. Matthews. Martin has it stripped away by DeHare out of bounds. So Pitt will have it with 24 seconds on the shot clock and leading 8-4.
Pitt running a double stack offense right now. They look for the inside option first to see if they can dump it down. If not, the big men kick it out for the jump shot, either Miller or Matthews.
Jumper just off the lane, and a foul called on Walker. Walker picks up his first. It's the 4th team foul of the game on the Pirates.
Clubs are very evenly matched. They both love to bang off the backboards. They've got guys that can shoot it from the perimeter. It really comes down to a game of execution today.
Neither one of these teams has ever won the Big East tournament. Pitt got as far as the semifinals 3 times. And Seton Hall has been in the semifinal game twice.
I really feel this is a year, too. Everyone coming into the tournament has an excellent chance. Of course, the winner, automatic bid to the NCAA. And the general feeling, and I'd have to agree, Syracuse riding high coming in would have to be the favorite, but there'll be no surprises, I don't think, coming out of here.
That's exactly right. No matter which team wins these 4 games today and tonight, will not be a surprise.
No, because all year long, everybody has battled, and not much separates the top from the bottom this year in the Big East.
Shorter, who's really improved his foul shooting, hits a pair at the line. It's Pitt by 6 at 10-4. We'll be back to Madison Square Garden, the Big East tournament, in a minute.
Say he was battling Avent for position, and an unfortunate foul. They'll have to sit.
Each team has 6 fouls with 5:53 remaining in the half. Morningstar, the transfer from Navy, who played so very well and so strongly during the time that Bobby Martin was out with the finger injury. Taylor. And Ollie will back it away. You know, in junior college and in high school, he was a scorer. But he had to come to the hall and be the point guard. So it wasn't an easy transition for him.
Oh, that's a tough one. Still amazed that DeHare and Avent are yet to score, yet Seton Hall just down by 5.
Asaf Barnea on the drive. The follow by Avent, who is on the board. His first basket of the game. He averages over 18. DeHare averages over 20. DeHare still has not scored. And Pitt's once 13-point lead is down to 3. Sharif. The 3 from Porter is good. Darrell Porter shoots 47% three-pointers.
Tough to defend these Panthers with the different options.
Avent with it for Pitt as a team. Shoots 43%. three-pointers. They're very productive. It's a big part of the offense. Matthews penetrates. Back to Porter. Sharif. Shorter's jumper from the side is short. And that'll be a foul, I think, on Morningstar as he went over the back of Asaf Barnea.
You see that call so often when the weak side guy doesn't have his hands up, they're down low, getting called for the weak side push.
4 minutes and 48 seconds remaining to be played in the first half. There are the numbers.
That is very surprising, and it's even more surprising to see Seton Hall just trailing by, what, 6 points at this juncture. With those guys, only 2 points between them.
46-20 is the lead. Barnea, who is from Israel, is at the line. Misses the front end. The Hall is now in the bonus. 16 fouls on Seton Hall, so Pitt will be in the bonus as well. It's obvious that DeHare is not going to pressure Sharif on that side.
Yeah, force him to take the outside shot. Don't give him the penetration.
That foul goes the other way as McNeil is fouled by Barnea. Barnea picks up his first, and McNeil will go to the line. He'll be shooting a 1-and-1. Chris is a sophomore. Sat out last year academically. 4.5 minutes left in the opening half. It's a 26-20 ball game, and as we mentioned, it's been a game of spurts so far.
Well, we felt coming in two evenly matched teams. They're strong inside. They can shoot it from the perimeter, and it's definitely starting to even up out here. Chris McNeil, a highly recruited player out of Oak Hill Academy, same school that Brian Shorter finished up his high school career at.
Brian out of Philadelphia and then to Oak Hill. Well, the Pirates have sliced it down to 3, Ronnie, but the Panthers are starting to come back a bit. McNeil, a pair at the line. He's a 67% shooter. And as we said, we don't expect PJ's team or Paul's team to miss very often at that foul line.
The surprising thing to me in this first half is that Pitt's pressure has bothered the Hall as much as it has. This three-quarter court press has really kept Seton Hall from pushing the ball up the floor and getting good offensive opportunities each time.
Did it surprise you that they came out in it to begin with, Ronnie?
Yeah, the three-quarter court pressure was a different tactic by Paul Evans, but DeHare finally gets on the board.
Terry DeHare has made at least 1 three-pointer in every game this year. It took him 16 minutes this afternoon that he gets the tray.
He's streaky, though. He could pile up a few baskets in a row.
Yeah, he has a tendency, as Shorter goes up strong but misses, he has a tendency to score a lot in either the first half or the second half.
And in bunches when he gets it going.
And so far, it has not been the first half for him, but as you said, who knows? Inside, knocked away, then taken back, and that will be number 2 on Gordon Winchester. Winchester with a foul, and we'll have to walk to the other end and shoot everything from here on out. Both teams still in the 1-and-1. That's team foul number 8 on Seton Hall, and it's the second on Gordon Winchester, who's had a good half, a good solid half for Seton Hall. Let's check the turnover difference. There was a big edge early for Pitt, and they continue to lead in that category.
Some of those have really been unforced errors by Seton Hall, where they've taken their eye off the ball, and Pitt has come away with the steal.
McNeil is 3 for 3 at the line in the first half. Averages 7 points a game. The bottom number you don't expect. The top number is not surprising. 4 in a row at the line for McNeil. 8 straight at the line for Pitt. Their lead is 7. We'll be back to Madison Square Garden and the Big East Tournament in a minute. Welcome back to the first of the 4 quarterfinal games in the 1991 Big East Basketball Tournament. And the Panthers are on the prowl so far in Game 1, leading by 7. Time remaining, 3:43 in the first half. I'm John Sanders, along with Ron Perry. Pitt's field goal shooting has dropped dramatically. Remember, they were 7 of 10. Well, they're now 9 of 23.
Both teams playing the tough D right now. Pitt showing some zone.
DeHare with another 3, so here he comes. First team all Big East, Terry DeHare with a pair of three-pointers, and Pitt's lead is 4. It's 30-26.
The thing about DeHare is he can release that shot very quickly.
That's right. He doesn't need a lot of setup time.
a little space, and he'll let it go.
A little contrast to Matthews, who I think does need more time to square and shoot the three.
Yeah, he does. Ball man-to-man.
And Porter is going to just simply take the time right off the clock. Now with 15 on the shot clock, the Panthers start to go. Matthews. Daher doing a good job defensively on him. Back to Porter, inside Shorter. He had that seam and then had it stripped away. Out of bounds, and the Panthers turn it over. Boy, that was a golden opportunity, one of the best entry passes so far.
Yeah, and Paul Evans wanted to take some clock away. It worked. Shorter unable to finish.
2:40 remaining in the half. He's really got to pop out on Daher just outside that arc, because he's done it.
Jason Matthews is trying to do it. There's a little more screening for Daher right now.
Here comes Taylor against Sharif. Gets into the lane. Sets up Daher. Pull-ups or jumpers short. Scramble for the rebound. They go to the floor. Held ball. Possession arrow will keep it right where it is. So Seton Hall will have it again. A fresh 45 with 2:20 remaining in the half.
The other thing that I think PJ would like to do right now is try to get the ball down to Avent a couple of times and let him battle.
They simply haven't been able to do that, Ronnie.
It's been good denial defense by Pitt. Right now by Chris McNeil and Brian Shorter on the big guy for Seton Hall.
Sean Miller checks back in, and Darrell Porter will sit down. You can see Pitt only 2 out of 6 three-pointers. Seton Hall has made its last 2, courtesy Terry Daher. Jones is back in. Sharif checks out for the Panthers. So right now it's Matthews, Miller, McNeil, Shorter, and Jones. It's Taylor, Daher, Winchester, Walker, and Avent on the court right now for Seton Hall. This is Walker. Remember the all-rookie team. Taylor, a senior, playing in his final Big East tournament. There's that quick three. It won't go. Terry thought he had it. Rebound put back up and in by Walker. Walker to the rescue. It's a 2-point ball game.
The Hall's been doing a better job on the offensive boards. Pitt has to box out.
Now Miller will back away. McNeil steps out to set a screen at the high post. Again. Matthews does not shoot the three. Instead, inside, Shorter up with that little hook. It goes.
That's a tough one to stop. Good job by Pitt to work their offense and get it in there. That jump hook by Shorter, a trademark.
8 first-half points for Shorter. Daher alone on the baseline, and is blocked by Shorter.
Oh, what defense!
He came flying out of the crowd. Now Matthews up, hangs, and that's blocked out of bounds, and a foul is called. I think Taylor got him as he went up to the baseline.
Both teams picking it up just a little bit right now. Terry Daher regains his balance, and Brian Shorter with the weak side help. I don't think the ball had reached its peak yet. Good no call, and Sean Miller gets Pitt off to the races. Matthews draws the body foul.
So Matthews goes to the line as Brian Shorter gets a rest finally here in the first half. Morningstar in, Shorter out. Jason Matthews, third team, all Big East this year. The senior from Los Angeles, an 86% foul shooter. It has not missed at the foul line.
Of course, Jason Matthews along with Sean Miller, they've both been just dynamite throughout their careers from the line. Look at those numbers. Not bad. And the man in the number 3 slot.
He can shoot it, couldn't he?
He sure could, and still does shoot it.
Well, they are 1 and 2 all time. And Pitt still has not missed. They've made all 10 of their shots at the foul line as Darrell Porter is back in. Matthews sits down. 1:12 left in the half. It's Pitt 34 and Seton Hall 28.
Well, Pitt extending the pressure a bit more right now with the 2-2-1, although retreating this time.
Last night it was Villanova over Boston College in the playoff game. The three from Daher won't go. Morningstar the rebound for Pitt. So after hitting a couple, he's missed a couple. We saw that happen to Matthews.
You know, John, there's a fine line that separates these teams, and, you know, Pitt's free throw shooting right now, a differential.
10-second violation.
Be amazing. That's a 10-second violation without pressure. Just too methodical bringing it up court. A mental mistake.
You look at the clock. It showed 33 seconds on the shot clock. and he was still not across midcourt.
That's alert officiating too, John, because
absolutely
you usually look for it when you see more pressure.
So give the credit to Tom Corbin, who worked last night's ball game, did he not?
Yes. A tough one-point loss for the Eagles of BC.
Oh, they played so very well.
Villanova Wildcats. Lance Miller, 2 free throws.
BC could not make its free throws down the stretch. They missed some front ends and missed, I think, 8 out of 10 coming down the stretch.
Tough loss. Looks
Final
like
seconds now.
Final shot. Let's see if they can free up De Gea and have him on the same side as Avent for either the shot or the dump down.
Winding down the first half inside the final 15 seconds. Taylor pulls up in the lane for the jumper.
Oh,
the
top one. Enough time, but Pitt's got to push it.
Morningstar will storm to the baseline. McNeil, no. Mickey Crowley waves it off. Mickey Crowley says no basket, and we have reached halftime. We played the first 20 minutes of the opening game of the 1991 Big East Conference Tournament. It is 34-30. Pitt has the lead. Ronnie, let's go back if we can. I think you hit on one of the keys to that. Pitt's good early pressure defense.
I thought it was there. They get out, jumped out quickly. It was the first half of streaks. The Hall came back, play leveled off, but you've got to give credit to Pitt in that first half to pull away with the lead.
The Panthers pulled away to a 13-point lead. The Hall was able to come back and cut it to 3. Seton Hall led in the first half by Gordon Winchester, and Pitt kind of spread it around. Scoring-wise, we have a lot more to come at intermission from Madison Square Garden. That's next. Pitt leading now by 7 thanks to that quick three-pointer to open the half. We still got 19-10 to play, and that'll be foul number 4 on Karnishevas.
It's been a tough matchup for Arturas. He's going up against a stronger and taller Bobby Martin, who's been picking up the fouls.
Jerry Walker replaces Karnishevas. Miller will key the inbound play.
Avent slides over to play Bobby Martin.
Martin hands it back to Miller, who works against Taylor. Jones, who starts the second half. Matthews, now Miller off the lane. Or excuse me, Martin off the lane. Turnaround jumper good.
Oh, pretty move by Bobby Martin. The old drop-down step, and he got Avent to back off.
It's Pitt by 9. Biggest lead of the second half.
That's the way you want to start the second half, and Pitt responding very well today.
Avent against Martin, turnaround short. Gets his own rebound. It goes, and he's fouled by Martin.
Strong enough somehow to get the basketball to go in. And that's what they've got to do. Get it to Avent, get some scoring going down low, and that will open things up outside for De Gea. The turnaround by Avent doesn't go, but the best rebounder often is the guy who shoots it. He knows where it's going to go. In this case, miss, and Bobby Martin realizes he caught him.
So he and Karnishevas have 4 personal fouls. And I think, like Karnishevas, he's going to be coming out as McNeil is set to come back in. Avent completes the three-point play. Anthony Avent with his first foul shot hits it, has 5 points. Martin leaves, and McNeil is back. Those are the first points of the second half. It took a minute and a half for the Hall to score. After intermission, tried to go quickly inside, and it was batted away rather easily. Here's Taylor. Walker steps in off the glass and good.
Now that's taking advantage. Seton Hall getting the good break off of the defense.
I don't think Miller's tried a 3 in the game, has he, that I can recall?
No, he hasn't.
Shorter gets it along the baseline, up and miss. Avent the rebound. He worked so hard just to get the ball, and then he missed the shot, did Brian Shorter. Now Winchester out. Walker got a big piece of Shorter.
Little clear-out maneuver.
Put him on the seat of his pants. 17:43 remaining in the game. Walker's second foul.
Pretty good matchup of bulk down low, and there's the left arm. A little Academy acting award there by Shorter, but the push-off was there.
Shorter, one of the seniors who was honored yesterday at the Big East luncheon. All the seniors are recognized. Here's Miller. Baseline won't go. Tip too hard, won't go. McNeil got it back. It does not go, and he's fouled by Taylor.
Good second and third chance by Pitt that time. Banging it off the backboard, keeping it alive.
Taylor has picked up his second foul. McNeil, who was 4 of 4 at the line in the first half, will be there again.
Chris McNeil, one of the young players in the league, as a sophomore that looks to have a promising career, runs well, shoots it.
5 for 5 for McNeil.
As Pitt continues to be perfect from the stripe.
Have not missed for Paul Evans. Paul has had 3 teams go to the NCAA tournament. The time he's been at Pitt. I think you can pretty much bank on number 4. There is the first miss.
Both of these teams clearly heading that way to the NCAA tournament, but clearly would like to advance here in the Big East tournament. Oh, Rainbow! Terry DeHare got that one up.
DeHare can do it. That is his 3rd 3-pointer, and it's a 2-point ball game. So right back from the Pirates. Here's Miller again with that penetration. Not this time. Avent got all of that.
Good help out.
Last time Sean got in there and backed away to take his jumper. This time he tried to go all the way. Here's Avent. Turn around. Won't go. Winchester underneath. Up. No basket. He was fouled on the play by Jones, I believe. That is 2. So Jones picks up his second. Darrell Porter comes back in the ball game. And also Jermaine Morgan, a freshman from Jeannette, Pennsylvania, is in the lineup for the first time. So Porter and Morgan, those are the changes.
And any time on the inbound play, Pitt goes to the 2-3 zone. Makes me think they're going to try to free up DeHare. He gets blocked, though.
Here is Porter. All the way, missed the shot, and it's tipped in by Morgan.
What a
Jermaine Morgan, a great tip as he was trailing the play.
That's just good hustle and concentration right off the bench.
4-point lead for Pitt. Taylor goes up, and his foul will go to the line.
I think it was Jermaine Morgan.
It was Morgan picking up his first foul.
Right into the action. At both ends.
4th team foul on Pitt in the first 3.5 minutes of the second half.
Pace picking up just a bit right now. Both of these teams certainly have the athletes that can run, but at times they like to play power basketball, particularly Pitt, getting it inside.
Seton Hall number 5 in the nation today. Only 2 out of 7 make it 3 out of 8. Taylor had missed his first 2 chances. TJ with his second half sweater look. He's gotten rid of the jacket.
I think he kept the jacket on most of the first half. Normally, with the shirt sleeves over there.
Back to that 2-point Panther lead. They were up by 4 at intermission. Morgan back to Darrell Porter, who's an outstanding athlete. He's a great high school football player. McNeil from the side. Line drives it home. His first field goal, he has 7 points in the game.
A good contribution off the bench by McNeil.
DeHare with a 3-pointer. Might have been too quick on the trigger with that one.
Yeah, he really let that one go. It looked like before he squared up to the goal.
The Panthers have the ball and the lead as Morgan goes to Matthews, but we've got a foul. Inside, it is a blocking foul on Brian Shorter. The screen was good. Matthews was wide open for the 3, but the foul set it up.
Now, so effective that he must have moved on that screen.
So we have a timeout. With 15:45 remaining in the game, it's Pitt 44. The Pirates of Seton Hall 40. We'll be back to Madison Square Garden as the Big East Conference basketball tournament continues. Welcome back to Madison Square Garden. 15:45 to go. And on the break, watch the guy who's coming in from behind.
Well, Darrell Porter can't get it to go, and Jermaine Morgan with the good hustle lets the ball come off the rim, and most importantly, tips that one back in with good hustle.
Here comes that pressure from Pitt again. It was certainly bothersome early in the ball game. Taylor handles it here momentarily. Morgan comes up with a steal.
Tentative again against it.
Hands the ball to Porter. Interesting lineup with Porter on there, Morgan, Matthews, Shorter, and McNeil who had the ball.
Porter has to really run the team now. Second in the Big East in assists this year, so he's very capable from the top.
He set a record for Pitt last year. Stripped from Shorter into the hands of McNeil. Again, that line drive jumper won't go. Walker in front of Shorter, the rebound to Taylor.
Well, we talked about boxing out, and Walker with great position.
Over the top, Avent up. Won't go, he'll go to the line.
That's a nice pass. A lot of times effective from the forward to another forward with the lob.
Morgan with his second foul.
Working it around. There's the drop pass. There's no hands up against Jerry Walker that time. He's got a great sight line. Able to loft it over the defense to Avent.
The numbers for Avent. He averages 18.5 points a game and 10.5 rebounds a game.
Sean Miller, anxious to get back out on the floor. Porter at the point right now.
Sean, because he sat out last year with foot surgery, will be back for a redshirt senior season next year. The rest of that group of 5 that came in together are finished. Matthews, Martin, Shorter, and Porter. Avent a miss. Walker got it back. Now Avent will step toward the lane, off the glass too hard. Again, it's Walker, and he'll go to the line. Boy, Jerry Walker doing a job inside right now.
Well, it's a battle on the boards being won by the Hall at the moment.
Well, Jermaine Morgan's piling up the fouls in a hurry. He's got 3.
Well, it's Avent. He went right to the spot where the rebound went. Again, the shooter following his miss. Walker, very strong on the boards. Drawing a foul.
We're going to have a lot of foul shooting in this second half. Walker to the line. That's 18 fouls on Pitt. There have been 6 on Seton Hall, so we will be spending a lot of time at the line.
Particularly the way both teams are playing now. They're banging. They're going low with the basketball. Tend to get a lot of free throws.
Still another will come from St. Anthony's. Lane violation will go back the other way.
Karnisovas, get in there.
Bobby Hurley will play for P.J. Carlesimo and join his former teammates DeHare and Walker. Could be Danny Hurley. Bobby's the wrong one.
Comes from good stock, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Danny Hurley will join Seton Hall next year. Matthews against DeHare. Baseline. Jump shot good.
Tough one-on-one move by Jason. A great matchup against DeHare.
Matthews in double figures now with 10. Pitt's lead is 4. Taylor is tripped on the way in by Porter. First foul of the game on Durrell.
That's his first. And the Panthers have 18 fouls.
So 1-1. Taylor will go to the line. Oliver missed his first 2, made his last 2, and Paul Evans winding up his 5th season at the university. 17-year coaching career, then first stops originally at St. Lawrence. That was a Division III, and then Navy, where he went to a couple of NCAAs.
Coached a big guy named
pretty
Robinson.
Decent player, yeah. So only 2 out of 5 for Taylor at the line. He misses the front end. Should come back upon him later. 46-42 Pitt.
Very well could be a game that goes down to the wire the way both teams are going at each other.
Shorter's jumper from the side is good. His first basket of the second half. The senior from Philadelphia has 10. We have played 6 minutes. Karnisovas right on the arc, hits a 2.
Seton Hall needs to do more of that. Get the ball to the middle against pressure and try to go down and score.
Karnisovas averaging about 7 a game, has 7 in this game. McNeil, Matthews, takes DeHare to the baseline and is fouled on the play.
DeHare,
#1, Terry DeHare.
Played it beautifully until the last lunge for the block. Just go up and bother the shooter, but don't come down with the arm.
Martin returning for Pitt. Brian Tabor comes back for Seton Hall. And Sean Miller is also going to check back in, but he'll replace the foul shooter Matthews, so he's going to have to wait a bit longer. Jason 2 for 2 at the line today. 10 points in the ball game. 2 3-pointers. 13:30 remaining in the first of 4. The quarterfinals of 1991 and Big East tournament underway.
The thing about Jason Matthews is he's so confident from the line, doesn't waste a lot of time just eyeing the basket, putting it right up there.
Well, he's got his rhythm, he's got his stroke. Keeps his eye on one thing. That's the rim.
Just getting the ball over that front rim. That's all you're trying to do as a free throw shooter. Loft it right in there.
Here comes some of the pressure by Pitt. Tabor to Karnishevas. Now Walker will move it across. And they'll reset with Ryan Tabor. Pitt by 6, 50-44. Here's Walker. At the foul line, gets it back to the hair. He's near the NBA three-point line. And Karnishevas loses it. Jermaine Morgan picks it up. He's got Porter ahead. Finds him on the left wing. Now Miller. The Panthers will reset with 33 seconds on the shot clock.
Panthers try to run a double stack type of offense. Now screening up high, and they look to get it down low if they can.
Porter got in midair.
I thought he walked.
I did too. He came down. They did not call it. Doesn't matter because Morgan stepped out of bounds.
Went up in the air, and his foot landed before he got rid of the ball. That was a break for the Panthers, although they eventually turned the ball back to Seton Hall.
Well, they're charged with a turnover anyway. There are the turnovers. They've evened up a bit.
Nice catch.
Good catch by Avent in the lane. Pumps a couple of times and decides not to go up against Bobby Martin.
Well, the thing about Avent, he'll very rarely force a shot. At times, perhaps even too unselfish.
Winchester. He had 9 in the first, but has not scored in the second half. The hair stripped by Miller, and I think they got Sean Miller on the foul. There's a second on the redshirt junior from Beaver Falls. Miller has only 2 points in the ballgame and has not attempted a three-pointer at all. He really hasn't looked to shoot much, especially outside. He's penetrated a little bit.
He's also been in and out of the game today, John. He's penetrated when he's had it, and certainly the long-range shot has not been there, but both teams have done a pretty good job to get out 2 shooters and make the three-point shot tough to get off.
The hair, over 80% at the line during the Big East season. All of his points so far today on three-pointers. He goes to 10 for the game.
A different style than Jason Matthews, both successful. He's more deliberate from the foul line.
There are his numbers.
He's been really ball hawk today, has not had a lot of open shots, and the field goal percentage reflects that.
You know, Ronnie, we also talk about the all-tournament team, and I think it'd be wise to point out that that all-tournament team, the all-tournament players are selected by the coaches. As the hair goes to the bench, you know he's first team. You know what the other coaches in this league think of him.
A lot of respect. All showing some full court pressure, but it's just initial. It's token. They've been consistent in the man-to-man today.
We have 12 minutes to go in the ball game as Martin gets it along the baseline. Really had no place to go. Fires up a shot. That will not count. The tip in by McNeil because the foul came prior to it. The foul is on Winchester. That's 3 on Gordon. It's 50-46. And we will, as I mentioned, be shooting everything pretty soon. It's a 2-shot foul here for Martin. We've got 9 team fouls on the Panthers and 5 at this point for the Pirates. I thought they had 6. They've got 5 now.
Bobby Martin started off so well in this game. Had to sit in the first half after he picked up his 3rd. Really did start off strong down low for Paul Evans' club.
Pitt still shooting it very well at the line. They have missed only 1, I think, so far this afternoon. Syracuse And Villanova, for many of you, will follow. Bobby Martin hits a pair. He's in double figures with 10. It's 52-46. Pitt continues to hold to the lead. We'll be back after this word from your local station. We carry the hair at this point. Maybe Gordon Winchester for Seton Hall. A long way to go, though, Ronnie.
I agree with you there. It's been playing very slowly with a lot of free throws.
Here comes Avent. Steps into the lane. The jump hook bends in. 8 points for Avent. He scored 6 in the second half. He's been hanging on like the 4 6-point lead most of this half. It was 4 at the halftime. Then Pitt pushed it out a bit to 9. The Hall got to within 2. Now it's back to 4.
It's a tough pace right now, John, to really pull away. Both teams executing out of the half-court set.
Martin lost it. Miller gets it back. Martin again. And he is fouled immediately as he got it inside. Walker's going to catch this one. That'll be 3 on Jerry. Karnisovas has 4. And Bobby Martin is playing for Pitt with 4 fouls. The players who are in foul trouble right now.
It's good weak side help here by Jerry Walker. The front by Avent. On the rotation, Walker's there, but if he's just got the hands up, he's okay. He's got him down, and he's resting them on Bobby Martin, and he picks up the foul. Keep the hands up, and maybe even fall if there's pressure. Take the offensive.
Team foul number 6, so we will, from this point on, be shooting everything. And pretty soon, the Hall will be shooting 2 because Pitt's at 9 team fouls. Morgan hands it back to Sean Miller. Panthers reset. We near the 11-minute mark. Time remaining in the game. Here comes Matthews. Pulls up for the jumper at the foul line. Gordon Winchester with a rebound. Brian Caver now for the Hall.
If Avent was there that time, he should have gotten the ball from Caver. Really, when your big guy works hard like that to get position, drop the bounce pass down here and give him the ball.
They simply have not done enough of that.
There he is.
Avent.
Great pass by Winchester from the top.
10 now for Anthony Avent. It's a 2-point lead again for the Panthers. The pressure and the foul on Caver. Brian, the freshman from Trenton, New Jersey, picks it up.
That's his first. And Seton Hall has 17 fouls.
Caver, very athletic, talented, just a freshman.
And if it becomes a foul shooting contest, Pitt is out to such a big advantage. They're stroking it so well so far, you'd have to say that they have the edge. The Hall can shoot it at the line. They have not shot it that well this afternoon.
Of course, as the game winds down, John, it really depends on who is at the line. If we keep seeing Matthews and then DeHare at the other end, there will be a lot of makes.
13 points for Jason Matthews. We saw Brian Shorter return to the lineup, replacing Chris McNeil for Pitt. Shorter, Martin, Matthews who hits another one, Morgan and Miller. He's made all 6 at the line as Jason Matthews. 14 points in the ballgame. Hit by 4. Caver with the ball. Giving Taylor a rest. DeHare's 3. A little strong. Winchester hustling to keep it alive. And it'll be Pitt basketball. Good hustle, though, by Grady Winchester.
Great hustle. Terry DeHare again quick over there on the side and fading a bit as he shot it. Needs another split second to set that shot up. Pressure by the Hall. They got 5 seconds to get it in just in time. Good pressure this time by the Hall.
Now Martin underneath, and he had a lot of company as he tried to reverse it.
He wanted to dunk that basketball. I think the ball got caught on the rim. Bobby Martin really watched him. He really wants to come around and just reverse jam it. I think it was deflected by Winchester on the way, knocked out by Shorter.
Here's Avent against Martin. Spins away as he turns his back to the basket. Winchester with it. We're inside the 10-minute mark. Avent and Martin collide. They are down. Avent gets up first, gets the ball, scores.
Good alert passing by Seton Hall. Martin had gone down, but Avent got up more quickly.
So the Hall has moved back to within 2. 54-52. Here's Morgan on the baseline. Up and blocked. Anthony Avent was right there.
Both ends of the floor by number 32, Anthony Avent.
PJ wants him to reset, go to the half court.
I think the game last night set the tone for the tournament. A lot of close ones. Oh, touch it all.
Spins in.
Terry DeHare was just sort of body English with that one to say, come on, roll back in there.
And for the first time this afternoon, Seton Hall has the lead. It's 55-54 on DeHare's three. Matthews, Morgan, Martin. Bobby almost lost it. Back to Miller.
There's a shot for Morgan. You can't force the ball inside.
Shorter, powering his way in. He will go to the line. The foul goes on Anthony Avent. That's his second. So Brian Shorter to the foul line.
But last night's game with Villanova pulling that one-point game out against BC, I think we're in for a lot of close ones for this year's tournament, John.
And as we talked earlier, no matter which team wins any game, it will not necessarily be a surprise.
I agree with you there.
Keep in mind the game to follow. Villanova, Syracuse. Villanova will march right into the dome and thump them.
All the matchups in the tournament have split during the year. It goes to show that anything can happen and will happen.
11 points for Brian Shorter, playing his final Big East tournament for Coach Paul Evans.
Well, if he's been playing with a strep throat and a flu, he's moved very well and seems to have good stamina on the court.
12 points now. As Pitt regains the lead, DeHare again triggers from the corner. Walker gets it back. Winchester slams it home.
Send it down, Gordon.
His first basket of the second half, and the Hall is back on top.
Jerry Walker with a couple of nice feeds from the foul line area.
Miller.
That's okay. You can fumble the ball like that and just pick it up.
Had the high dribble, but he kept it. Matthews pressured by DeHare. Morningstar in the lineup tries to set a pick for Matthews. Morgan has seen a lot of minutes. Morningstar just beyond the foul line, cans it.
Says, hey, if you're going to back off me, I'll just drill that jumper.
Basically just a foul shot. Maybe a foot or two beyond. A 16-footer that goes. DeHare inside Avent against Morningstar. Turns down the baseline. Great move. 14 points for Avent. A dozen in the second half, and it's the Hall on top.
The thing about Avent is he lets the game come to him. We talked about him not forcing. Now the plays are opening up.
Nearing the 7-minute mark, Jermaine Morgan steps out. Morningstar finds Matthews. He runs into traffic, reverses to Miller.
It's good help out of the man-to-man.
Morningstar rolling away from the pick, finds Shorter. He is hammered by Winchester. 4 fouls now on Gordon Winchester.
Not a good foul by Winchester because Avent had good position on Brian Shorter.
It's a 59-58 game. I think, Ronnie, this is kind of the number we expected. They're tight. Probably going to push it up into the 70s before we're through. We're going to shoot a lot of foul shots. We know that.
Well, it's tough,
a couple right now.
It's tough to turn a game like this into a track meet where both teams are strong rebounding, and they've been content to really bring the ball down and set up.
Both teams, for the most part, have played half court. Pitt ran a little bit early. They ran off some good defense, but not a lot of running by either team. Shorter is 5 for 5, 6 for 6 now at the line. 14 points in the ballgame for Brian Shorter. We've got a long way to go in game one. From Madison Square Garden, 6:51 remaining. It's Pitt by 1, 60-59. Let's pause now for this from your local station.
Rule that Walker plowed into Bobby Martin before he released the basketball. No goal.
And again, a little bit of pressure as Caver applies it to Miller. Works the Martin pick. Darrell Porter is on now. Miller's first three-point attempt of the afternoon, no good. Shorter a rebound. Caver almost stole it. DeHare does. Now the Hall will run. 3-on-2 the numbers. Lost out of bounds. Well, we've seen that happen 2 or 3 times to Seton Hall today.
Fast and furious action. Terry, I think, wanted to get that one in the holster before he could let go of it.
Antoine Jones is back on as well. And despite the strep throat, Brian Shorter has played a lot of minutes in this game this afternoon.
So that's a selective break opportunity there by the Hall. They had the 3-on-2.
Batted away. Nicely done by Winchester. He just stepped right around Antoine Jones.
Good anticipation.
So Caver has it. Right now it's Pitt by a point.
Caver has played a lot of minutes today. Ollie Taylor not on the floor right now.
Here's Avent. Decides to go up with a jump ball off the glass. How good is that?
He's been the difference in the second half for the Hall.
Certainly has. Avent with 16 points in the game, 14 in the second half.
That's a tough shot. He's really improved his arsenal of shots, hasn't he?
He really has. He's just stepped up big time this year.
Very consistent.
Miller's second three, short. The rebound into the hands of Jones. New 45 and a reset for the Panthers. We're heading into make it or break it time here. Nearing the 5-minute mark. Here comes Martin down the lane. Avent grabbed him as he started to go up, and I think he swung around and caught a part of Terry DeHare. Is he all right?
I think he probably caught Bobby Martin's arms and or elbow on the way down the lane. Real quick move by Bobby Martin. We've got big, quick athletes on the floor. The up fake, he gets the step on Avent. He'll get held by Avent as he goes up, and then, oh, he catches Terry right there with the left arm, the backswing.
Got him in the back of the head as Morningstar comes on.
Ouch.
Ouch is right. Shorter sits down. I don't think Brian Shorter wanted to leave. 5:03 to play. Game 1 of the Big East quarterfinals here in Madison Square Garden. And the Panthers just continue to drill it at the line. That's 5 in a row for Martin. He has 11 in the game. Bobby averaging near 9 points a game in the Big East. He missed quite a few Big East games. He's out for 6 of them. Got finger surgery.
Shorter with the towel there. I'm sure we'll see him back in momentarily. Jason Matthews on the bench right now as well.
Avent inside. Block and foul. The foul goes on Morningstar, his second. He got a piece of the ball, but he also got a piece of Anthony Avent. So Avent now will go to the line. And every foul will be minimum 2 shots for the final 4:51. Caver out and Taylor in. That's the change for the Hall.
Get the senior out there. Tournament time, the last 4 minutes of the ball game.
Avent a pair at the line. Rolls it over the front iron. 17 points for the second team all Big East performer, and there are those.
I think Anthony has worked himself into a very high draft pick. This year's NBA draft really come on strong after intermission today.
Tipped up, Avent gets it back. He goes up high, bends it home.
Another big one, and again, following his own shot.
The Seton Hall Pirates have their biggest lead of the game, 2 points.
And that kind of day.
Well, they were down 13 early in the ball game, but they have come back to lead by 2.
Pitt is not moving as well now offensively, more standing around. They really do want to get the ball in if they can.
From the side by Porter won't go, and Walker again using his body well to keep Bobby Martin away from the ball.
Good strong weak side rebound. Looking for Paul Evans to come back with Jason Matthews. There he is. He's getting ready to check in along with Shorter. Crunch time.
How about Avent's second half? Huh?
Just enormous play.
He has 17 points in the second half. Winchester almost stripped by Jones. It's the Hall's turn to work a little clock. 15 on the shot clock. 3:45 in the game. Taylor, turn around at the foul line. Oh, tough shot that was.
Well, we talked about fundamentally you want to be squared up to the goal when you shoot it. He was like half turned to the basket. PJ saying, no way. Oh, I'll take it.
Biggest lead, it's 4 for Seton Hall. Here comes Bobby Martin. Back to Porter, a 3, bending off. Rebound goes out of bounds, Pitt keeps it. Walker had it, he had the position in front of Martin, but scrambling a bit with Avent, he lost it out of bounds. Still 3:24 remaining. Seton Hall 66, Pitt 62. Back to the Garden in a minute.
Personal Care Division today honors the outstanding student athletes in the Big East Conference, culminating a season-long program which recognizes those men and women who excel in the classroom and in the athletic arena. Congratulations to 3 seniors who comprise the Big East Soft and Dry Postgraduate Scholarship Team. Franka Zaretsky of Brooklyn, New York, a biology major at St. John's University. From the University of Pittsburgh, Clarissa Dudley, a track All-American from Newport News, Virginia, and Janelle Lantagny, the 1990 Big East Player of the Year from Encinitas, California.
Congratulations to all 3. 3:24 remaining in Game 1. Big East quarterfinals. I'm John Sanders, along with Ron Perry. Darrell Porter will key the inbound play. PJ's club has climbed the mountain. They've gotten right back in it. And Pitt, keep in mind, when they play in the low numbers, under 80 points, Ronnie, they're 1-7 this year.
They like to get out and run, and this is half-court basketball. However, Pitt is strong inside, though. It'll be a great finish.
DeHare picks up his second foul. He puts Matthews at the line. Only 1 miss at the foul line the entire game for Pitt.
That's just great team free throw shooting, and this is where you're going to see your top players, Matthews, Miller, Shorter, really rising above the crowd. And of course, at the other end of the floor, look for DeHare and Avent to take charge for the Hall.
A year ago, Pitt was in the playoff game and defeated Boston College, then lost to Syracuse in the quarterfinals.
A rare miss.
Very rare. Seton Hall lost to UConn in the quarterfinals last year. So after 6 in a row, Matthews a miss, and Avent back, Karnisovas out. Anthony, a huge second half, 17 points. 15 now for Jason Matthews. The lead is 3 for Seton Hall. Winchester, DeHare. You know, I have to think, Ronnie, that the Hall decided they had to in the second half figure out a way to get Avent in the ball game, and they have done just that.
They really have. They've looked for him. They've been more conscious of him. This is where both teams really turn it up a couple of notches defensively. Look at that tight man-to-man.
Almost turned over as Taylor and DeHare got tangled up. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Taylor down the lane. Loose ball picked up by Morningstar. He's in traffic. And the timeout is taken by the Panthers. That is their first. So each team has 2 timeouts remaining. We still have 2 minutes and 35 seconds to play. Seton Hall leading by 3, and we'll be back to Madison Square Garden. Welcome back to Madison Square Garden. It's 66-63. This is Big East basketball. Syracuse will play next. The Orangemen taking on Villanova in the game that follows this one. Many of you will see that one as well. A full day of basketball at Madison Square Garden. This is tournament time. Team rebounding is pretty much even for the ball game. There has not been a big difference. Here is the shooting percentage by halves, and you can see that Seton Hall really picked it up after intermission.
A lot of that's been Anthony Avent scoring inside. Every possession critical right now. You've got to get a good shot off each time.
Morningstar bothered by Avent.
I think they're too deliberate here. You want to be patient and get a good one, but not do what the Hall did last time and come up empty-handed.
Shorter does get a good one.
That's a great possession by Pitt. They work it and come up with a layup.
16 points now for Shorter. It's a 1-point ball game. The Hall has the lead and the ball.
This is where you want to try to get it to Avent. He's in there against Morningstar. Good matchup for Seton Hall.
DeHare, as they go back outside, they'll reset. PJ wants them to reset with 30 on the shot clock.
It could DeHare or Avent. See if they're trying to get it to Avent.
Knocked away and a foul called on Morningstar. That's 3 on Darren from Stevenson, Washington, by way of the Naval Academy. Just a tick inside a minute and a half left in the game. Karnisovas returns. Winchester goes out. Anthony Avent to the line, where he's made 3 out of 4. But overall, the foul shooting has been tilted completely in favor of Pitt.
Number 3, Sean Miller is back at the Pittsburgh.
Miller in. Antoine Jones goes out. So it'll be Matthews, Miller, and Porter all in the court at the same time. Shorter and Morningstar are the other two.
The other guy Paul Evans can go to defensively, of course, is Bobby Martin.
Avent rolls it in. 20-point ball game for Anthony Avent. 18 of them in the second half.
Well, we've said it. He's been the difference for the Hall in coming back and taking the lead in this one.
Took only one shot the entire first half. Now has 21 points in the game. The lead is 3. We'll keep you updated on the time with 1:20 left.
Trying to screen and free up Matthews. There he is.
Gets the 3 on the way, and he'll have 3 foul shots.
Oh, not a good foul by Seton Hall.
Terry DeHare the foul, and Matthews to the line for 3.
The way he's been shooting the free throws with just one miss today, Matthews can knock all these down. You know what they say, don't foul a jump shooter, and don't foul Matthews behind the three-point line.
And if he hits the 3, we'll be even. A chance for Pitt to tie.
This is uncanny shooting by the Panthers from the line today.
Matthews has missed 1, and McNeil has missed 1. That has been it. Initiative goes out again. Winchester back. A lot of minutes for Walker. 8 out of 10 for Jason. A little flat, right?
It was a little flat with that shot. The 2 that he's missed have lined up there a bit. Now, good move by Paul Evans. I think Bobby Martin, he can do more defensively against Avent, along with Shorter inside for Pitt. He can also score when he gets it down there.
Matthews is at his Big East average. He nails number 17.
But we're at the odd number with the 1 point Seton Hall Pirate lead. Look for the Hall to try to work some clock here. Penetrate with about 12 to 14 seconds to go.
DeHare comes out to help. 1 minute remaining in the game. The first of 4 in the Big East tournament for 1991.
They try to get it to Avent again, or DeHare. Well, good job by Antoine Jones.
It'll be timeout number 2 taken by Seton Hall. They have 1 remaining. The Panthers of Pitt have 2 timeouts remaining. We have 49.1 seconds remaining. What is TJ going to try to set up along that bench?
Well, he's going to try to work some clock. There's still 19 to go, but get into the offense with about 15 to go. Don't wait too long. Get DeHare lined up on the same side as Avent. If the defense rushes out to DeHare, he can't get it. It's down to Anthony. He's got the man this afternoon.
Seton Hall does not lead in the game until late in the second half. But this is just the beginning. It's a big day of basketball at Madison Square Garden. This is the hottest ticket in town. We'll keep you posted on what is to follow. Villanova and Syracuse next, and later on tonight. 7 o'clock Eastern time for Providence and St. John, followed by the final of the quarterfinal games, Georgetown and UConn at 9 o'clock Eastern time.
As far as Pitt's concerned coming out of this timeout, 19 on the shot clock, 49 in the game. They can play good defense here, John. They could be in a position to have the ball with the last shot in this game going for the win. So Paul Evans is saying, don't foul, double up on Avent if he gets it down low, box out, let's rebound, and let's go down and try to get a 2 to win the thing. If they hold, even if Seton Hall can score, they could be going down in a tie, trying to tie the game up.
68-67. Seton Hall has the lead. Winchester, Taylor, DeHare, Avent, and Walker, the 5 for Seton Hall. It's Martin, Shorter, Jones, Porter, who is on Taylor, who misses. Walker had it, lost it out of bounds.
Oh, great hustle play. PJ all over it. Walker and Shorter really going for the basketball.
Shorter is still down. He will get up very slowly. The 5th Panther who's on right now for Paul Evans is Matthews.
Oh, the rebound. I thought kind of a quick shot by Taylor. Jerry Walker reacting, unable to get control.
So each team now has 1 timeout remaining, as Pitt has used its 2nd available timeout. So the coaching wheels are definitely spinning here in Madison Square Garden.
Big time. This is where, you know, this is what it's all about. I think right now for Pitt, what you want to do is get the ball down, try to work some clock. It's a one-point game right now, so I think what you do is you try to work it around, John. If something great opens itself up where you can get Shorter or Martin down low, go to the basket and be strong with it. But if you can be good with the basketball and hold for a shot with about 7 or 8 seconds to go, a chance to rebound and win, that's what it's all about right now.
It is that one-point difference at 68 to 67. Pitt ran out to a 13-point lead early in the first half. They had it up to as many as 9 in the second half. And then finally, using the inside muscle of Anthony Avent, the Hall came back to lead by 4. But right now, it's a one-point difference. Each team with one timeout. The possession arrow favors Seton Hall.
BJ, I think, will come out and show some pressure against Pitt bringing the ball up court, just to make Pitt work bringing it up court. He's also stressing over there, don't foul. Pitt has been, you know, terrific from the line right now all day long. And Seton Hall is ahead, so they got to play like they're ahead. Don't foul and rebound the basketball if there's a missed shot once it goes up. Here's the pressure.
Matthews with it. The final seconds winding down in game 1. Will it be Pitt or Seton Hall advancing to the semifinal tomorrow?
Paul Evans is going to go for the win here. He's going to work the clock down. He's going to put it up with enough time to get a shot up and avoid a 5-second call. There's a little penetration by Porter. He's going to penetrate.
Porter goes up, gives it to Martin along the baseline. Ward goes tipped. Oh, and a tip! It is Brian Shorter who tips it in. With 10 seconds left in the game, Brian Shorter came all the way across under the basket to tip it in.
Well, it's the penetration. Porter was flirting with the 5-second call. You have to get some penetration, head and shoulders by the defender. He's going for it here. He's been moving laterally against Winchester. A nice drop-down pass. Bobby Martin can't get it to go. It spins out, and Brian Shorter comes across with the great tip-in in the Hall right to the timeout. Oh, what an effort by the Panthers. Look at Shorter come across with the right arm, a top tip. And then the reaction by Paul Evans. Looks up at the clock, very casual. All right, now what do we have to do? They'll be talking defensive strategy. PJ with plenty of time to go, 10 seconds, to get the ball up court, get a shot, and be in rebounding position.
So pretty much the same situation that Pitt had been in its previous possession. Right. They won't have to work any clock. They're going to go right into their offense, basically.
Yeah, I look for Pitt to come out and put some pressure on the ball and really make Seton Hall work, get somewhat out of their offense, just bringing it up. But with 10 seconds to go, you want to get the ball either to Taylor or to Hare, push the ball up the court, and then if you can find Avent down low, go for it. If not, get the good 15-footer. And Avent, of course, with Winchester and Walker will be crashing. Here's the pressure. You got to get one up. Only 4 to go.
Taylor into the lane. Up, scoop shot.
Oh, what a shot!
Time is called. The light is off. Mickey Crowley, I think, is going to say there may be a half a second or so remaining.
What a penetration by Oliver Taylor. It was getting down under 4 seconds. He penetrates. He has not been afraid to take the big one in this game with the finger roll.
That's it. The officials say it is over.
Big win.
Seton Hall has defeated the University of Pittsburgh on a last-second shot by Oliver Taylor, 70 to 69.
Well, close ball game. I really like the play of a lot of guys in this one, but Avent was huge in the second half. What a great finish by Taylor.
70 to 69. Taylor just rolled it in. Let's go back and take another look at that one. As Ronnie said, it appeared that Ollie was going to wait too late.
Well, that's what happens sometimes. You only had 10 seconds all full court. DeHare or Avent would be the players to go to, but Taylor penetrates with it with the roll. Avent with the reaction. Time runs out. A big win for the Hall.
Another look.
See, I think they want to try to free up DeHare here for the last shot. Winchester coming over to help out. No help out, though, as Taylor penetrates down the lane. Shorter late getting over. Big bucket by Ollie Taylor. I think that's going to be the kind of basketball we'll have all day here. Big East quarterfinals.
What a great start to the 1991 Big East tournament, and our Infinity player of the game, Anthony Avent. He had 21 points, 19 of them in the second half, 10 rebounds. That's his 20th double-double of the season. Anthony Avent, our Infinity player of the game.
Well, he was tremendous in helping Seton Hall come back against Pitt. Pitt came out very strong in this game, and it really turned into a seesaw. Who could execute better type of game in the half-court set, right down to the wire with the win to PJ's club.
Game 1 is finished at Madison Square Garden. Syracuse and Villanova will be coming up. The Hall will move to the semifinals tomorrow. For Pitt, just wait until NCAA tournament time.
Screen down for Terry DeHare, and he could have given the ball to Gordy, but now it's getting down to 6 or 5, and we just said, Ollie, if you don't think it's there, dribble penetrate, because again, nobody wants to commit a foul in the last play of the game.
All right, thank you, PJ. Congratulations. Good luck tomorrow against the winner of this game, and we still don't know who that's going to be.
Thanks, John.
Let's take a